Did you know that the American Revolution may have never happened if it weren't for gout? This is one of the most painful diseases of the human condition, and it may have changed the course of American history. It all started with one Englishman named William Pitt the Elder. He was one of Britain's greatest statesmen, so admired in his time that they called him the Great Commoner. He wasn't royalty, but he had a gift for words. In Parliament, he was a fiery orator, and unlike many of his colleagues, he was sympathetic to American colonists. But Pitt had one big problem. He suffered from disabling gout, and his timing couldn't have been worse. In 1765, while Pitt was laid up in bed with a gout flare, Parliament passed the Stamp Act. This law taxed American colonists on newspapers, legal papers, and even playing cards, all without their consent or representation. This created a huge amount of resentment in the colonies. When Pitt finally returned to Parliament, he gave one of the most powerful speeches of his career. He declared that Britain had no right to tax Americans without representation. His voice carried so much weight that the Stamp Act was repealed right after that. But Pitt's gout kept flaring, and it sidelined him again and again. And in his absence, Parliament passed new laws like the tax on tea that ended up pouring gasoline on the fire of the revolution in the United States. Historians sometimes wonder if Pitt had been healthy enough to attend Parliament more consistently, could he have stopped these policies? Could the Boston Tea Party, maybe even the revolution itself, have been avoided? Would all Americans actually be English citizens right now if it hadn't been for gout? Well, we'll never know the answer to that question. But the American colonists, they admired Pitt so much that they named a city after him, Pittsburgh. My name's Dr. Ravi Kumar. I have a podcast called the Dr. Kumar Discovery, and I just did an episode on gout, its history, its biology, why it still matters, and how you can prevent it. Just search the Dr. Kumar Discovery on any major podcast platform. Cheers.